You know, working. Viewing everybody, I love it. Look at that.
What happened now?
I don't know.
That was the most compelling digger watching I've done in a while.
So what's going on here? If you're new to the channel, here's a 10-second summary. In 2021, we bought a 5-acre farm in Northern Portugal. It had 5 buildings on it. The stone house that we've just finished renovating, a tiny house which is now our office, a not garage or the adega, a derelict house which we've already demolished, and this house right here, the ugliest house in Northern Portugal. We lived in this house for 2 years, thinking it would be our forever home. We even renovated it, but we decided to knock that one down too and move into the stone house, while we build a brand new 3,000 square foot house out of stone that was once other people's houses.
But before we can start with those old stones, we've got to excavate some of our own. Beneath our new house is a giant pile of granite, and today we're cutting through it to make way for the new.
So part of the excavation plans here is to try and save as many of these stones that we're digging up as possible and transplant them or move them down to the biopool. So this is the biggest stone of them all so far. It's really big. Look at the dude standing next to it. It's about the same size as a person. Must be about 1 million tons worth of stone, but the idea is to move that down to the biopool if we can, and that will create sort of a barrier area. Anyway, we're going to be down at the biopool working in an upcoming episode, so look out for that because there's big changes going on down there too. Let's all go here. Yeah, it's hard. Fun. I think everybody's expecting that rock just to capitulate to the iron and the hammer, but it's not happening, and we can't move it without breaking it. It's just too big. All right, darling. So the fellas down there have been trying to crack this rock.
Yeah.
For a little while now.
Uh-huh.
And so, don't miss it, man.
Oh, okay.
We've been watching this rock for a long time.
Okay, sorry.
Just don't miss it. So I've been standing up here filming. Everybody's been having a giggle, but I know what's secretly happening. They're like, "Pop, John's up there filming. You should be down here having a good old whack with us because that's a heavy hammer and it's a big rock." So I'm going to go down there. No, we'll film the rock just in case it cracks.
Come on, Mario! Woo! Let's see if the English can do it.
All right. Down goes Arthur to pull the sword. Oh, that's a heavy old hammer.
Mind your back. You missed. That's it, my love. You can do it.
I think that means I'm very strong.
Oh dear.
Yes.
That's hardcore. I'm at 3 minutes and 46 seconds of watching that.
How much?
3 minutes and 46 seconds.
I thought we had it.
Well done, everybody.
All I can see.
Look, it's opening. Yeah, well.
I can see the final video of the house build and the montage of it all coming to life and becoming something very special. And this is a part of that beginning montage, you know, in the beginning.
The early days when we were stood in a mud pit just hammering at a big rock. Hardcore.
A 1,000 millennia of being stuck together, and there you have it, cracked in half.
As you know, we have just got back from Borneo and Thailand, where we used, for the first time ever on our travels, an eSIM. If you don't know what an eSIM is, it's a pretty monumental game changer in today's travel environment. Saily is a brand new eSIM service. It's an app which you download which allows you to purchase eSIMs in over 160 countries and 8 different regions. It's super easy to set up a data plan that would suit your needs depending on how long you're traveling for or how much data you're going to need. Once you've installed the eSIM, it connects seamlessly as soon as you land to the local networks, meaning that you don't have to stand in line to find local SIM cards. You don't stand the risk of getting scammed by SIM card sellers, and you also don't have to put up with those extortionate roaming fees when you're traveling. We've got a 15% discount for you guys on Saily, so please use the unique link in our description below and our very special promo code to grab that 15% off. And let us know where you're headed. We've got a few trips coming up in the early new year, and we'll be, of course, taking Saily with us, and we can't wait to tell you more.
Good morning, team. And so episode 3 of the big build. Guys have just arrived on site. Obi's gone down to see the guys, say good morning, and we have got some serious digging to do today. Over the weekend, Mario bought this digger in. It's got a different kind of end bit head, like one of those kind of chisel things. So we'll be chiseling away at that rock and seeing how much of it today we can get rid of. Pretty excited. I've got no idea what's going to happen today. It's one of those things when you're building a house, you just don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. And we'll follow the adventure just like you're following it together. What are you doing that side of the fence, Obi? Obi! Come on the other side of the fence. Come on. That's funny. So the first thing we need to do today is move the diggers out of the way because we need a digger. Obrigado. Desculpa. Crusoe, look, you left your diggers there, dude.
Oh. Okay. Look, I got green boots, Sawyer's boots.
Are they Sawyer's boots?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Where's Mario?
Mario's somewhere down there, I think. What have you got there, buddy? What have you got? You got a t-shirt? What's on your t-shirt? Is that a dinosaur driving a digger? All right, here we go. Oh, he's going down the hill. What do you think, boys? What's going to happen?
See where he's going.
Yeah, well, I think he's coming around here. Here we go. That's it. First hammers and chisels of the day. Straight into the ground. Love it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to work on my morning routine, love.
Why is that?
Because it's a bit wrong that noise starts before I've even had my morning coffee.
They're early, aren't they, eh?
So early.
That's
so
great.
I woke up this morning having had a pretty bad night's sleep, but that's beside the point. We're still trying to kick the jet lag, really. And decided that I'd try and get back into my workout routine, which went completely out the window while we were on holiday. So I did a workout, but that just like throws me really far back in terms of time. And now here I am. What's the time? 8:30?
8:30.
My day's filled with da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I'm having my coffee. Loads of you ask me all the time about this, by the way. This is that mushroom coffee alternative. It's not coffee, but it's got functional mushrooms and half a thing, like half cups. It tastes like coffee. If you would like the link, just drop us a comment below. It's called Chew. Otherwise, I will try and remember to put the link in the description, which is the writing below this video. So have a look. Check it out.
Personally, folks, I like coffee. You know, that stuff that comes from bushes and little beans and stuff.
Well,
Coffee.
I like coffee too, but honestly, it just made me so like, it makes me really anxious and really like edgy. And quite jittery, so I felt so much better having switched to this stuff. Really, I have, like, super genuinely have felt so much better.
So, Mrs. Coffee Man.
Coffee man. Coffee woman.
What are you...
It's a not coffee.
It's
a not coffee.
A not coffee. Okay, so...
Not garage, not swimming pool. What was
not
that
coffee.
we had? Not coffee.
This is going to be not garage 2 right there. So what's happening?
So the guys this morning, as you can see, we've got a different digger because we need this thing to do to break through the rock. I've just been upstairs getting ready, thinking that's why they call it breaking ground, because they literally. Stupid, I'm tired.
There we go. Wait. Hang on a minute, darling. Are you telling me that they call it breaking ground because what?
They're breaking the ground.
No way.
I was thinking more about an Instagram post, being like, yep, this is why they call it breaking ground. And I was having a chuckle to myself. I found myself funny. You might find me funny.
Okay, fine. So here's the thing, guys. Also, just so you know, I'm going to be touching my hair a lot today. I'm not enjoying having short hair particularly. It makes me feel awkward, like I should do something with it. Anyway.
I also had a haircut. If you want to shower me with compliments like you did, John, I'd be awfully grateful.
All right. So what's the gig?
So they're digging out the rocks so that we can start laying those all-important foundations. And the guys this morning are wandering around with a bunch of rebar and a string, and they're also marking out the boundaries of the house, like putting rebar in where the corners are and putting in the lines so that we can actually see the real-life footprint of the house. Ah, he is here. Many hands make light work. Right?
That's it, yeah. I think they're in a hurry, you know. It's just like, okay, how many more diggers, how many more excavators can we get on site to get building and get it done?
We need this bit properly cleaned as soon as possible because they've still got to do the building of the steels for the foundations, which they can't do until they've excavated to see where the foundations are going. And that building of steels, I've understood, I think takes 2 weeks. 2 diggers? That's a good day, isn't it? Right, so we're starting to get a bit of a layout here, which is really, really exciting. The guys have just been walking around with their yellow can of spray paint and their roll of string, and they've laid it out. So over here in the corner, right next to the stone house, this little section is going to be, we think anyway, our utility room, mud room. I envisage like a big wet space that I can just wash everyone down before they go into the house. With washing machine, dishwasher, sink, all that kind of thing. Then leads on to the kitchen, which is right beneath that tree at the front there with that beautiful view. Living room across the back there with dining room, and then obviously the central courtyard will stay as it is. And then upstairs we've got 4 bedrooms. It's quite amazing to see it laid out like this because you really start to get a sense of how big it is. And we've had a few comments asking, why are we building so big? You know, why go so big? Well, the truth of the matter is the economies of scale mean that building this big makes a lot of sense. And really, when you're building a house, most of the most expensive stuff comes at the end. Obi, no. Obi! Just picked up the wire. Silly dog. Anyway, most of the expensive stuff comes at the end. You know, the fitting of bathrooms and furnishings and fittings and fixtures and tiles and all of that sort of stuff. So the benefit of what we're doing here is that we can get this set up, get it in place, and then we can slowly finish it off room by room by room, doing most of the work ourselves, as we do. So that's the plan. It also future-proofs the house. It means that should we ever need to sell it, move on, or do whatever we need to do with it, we're not limiting ourselves to somebody with a bigger family than ours buying it or something like that. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking out loud, but it's pretty exciting to see the space being mapped out. I think it comes all the way to right here. I mean, I don't know if you guys can really get a sense of it because obviously it's through a screen, but yeah, that's amazing. And I love that it kind of faces this way. So you're looking at that view. It all sort of is kind of tilted towards the lawn, if you will, which is great. So yeah, I'm excited. This is a good day. This is a really big day. You know, to see it getting mapped out. I was saying to John yesterday how much we're going to cherish the weekends when it's quiet and we haven't got machinery and builders here. But the energy and the kind of getting going and the sense that we're making progress is so cool. And I was also thinking this morning, you know, I'm under no illusions that building a house is an enormous task, that it can be extremely stressful and taxing, and I'm sure that that is all to come in our future, but I am basking in the naivety and the bliss of this ignorance because right now it's just really exciting. Loads of diggers, digging holes, getting things going, dreams kind of ahead of us. Oh, listen to that. Anyway, so yeah, we'll look back on this day going, remember how naive we were, sort of super excited without realising what was coming. Hopefully it's just all good stuff, but good to notice with gratitude feelings like they are today, for sure. Right, they're getting going again. I'll stop waffling and, well, on with the show.
Wow, look at that. That's been a pretty impressive morning, hey? Yeah, chopped away through a whole bunch of rock there. It is around about the 19th, 20th of November right now. We've got 20 degrees sunshine, reggae. Beautiful day, absolutely beautiful. Perfect day for this kind of work. So basically what's been going on is the area that the old house used to stand on, you know, the big white one, that's almost in its entirety been excavated downwards by about 2 meters now. We're getting pretty close to getting a big enough space to make a knot garage, if you like, in the future. We hope anyway. A little bit further down and we're going to be all but there.
Wow. It's amazing to see what was under our house, isn't it? Like, we're basically sat on a giant rock here, and I suppose most of the house is going to be built on that giant rock. We're just taking away a little bit of the edge of it so that we can create that void under this part of the house. So that we might be able to have a knot garage one day, but for now it's just a void where the foundations are going.
And I think the other guys, they're building themselves a shed.
Well, that's it. We cleaned a small space for them at the corner of the knot garage last week, but Joao was saying it's not big enough. They need a lot of space because if they're connecting the steels and stuff, they need room to be able to do that, and we can't provide them with that much room in the knot garage.
I'm imagining this kind of hive of epicenter of you know, activity with posters on the walls and photographs and string going from one photograph to the next photograph.
It's so cool to have like a proper project manager, isn't it? Like,
it is.
Walking around with his papers, walking around with his papers and stuff. And
what do you mean proper project manager? You're saying I'm not a proper project?
No, I mean other than you.
Yeah.
Not because of you, but just because it's nice to have like help.
Is that because I make it up as I go along most of the time?
I feel like they've actually got it.
That's nuts, my God. No. That is a very important rock they're messing around with right there. It's got to go, but yeah, no, that's the one. Shame. Look, Mario can't take that off the property. It's got to stay here. That is a rock that we originally went and stood on with the boys.
Not the boys, just Crusoe.
Just Crusoe, yeah, because Sawyer wasn't even alive, was he? He wasn't born. Down the side here, we've got what Crusoe is going to be referring to as Simba Rock.
That's your whole kingdom, buddy.
The whole kingdom.
Hey?
Yeah, and it runs round the side of the house now. No, you tried to pick that yesterday, you can't pick it now. Anyway.
Do you know what is exciting is that we're ending up with all of these stones and rocks that we're digging out, which like lends themselves to new projects, doesn't it? Like we're going to be able to do all sorts of things with them. One of the things we want to do is, now that we've expanded the farm a little bit into the front by buying that new land, is just to rearrange our wall.
Yeah,
we? Like we've got this lovely old wall around the property that marks the old boundary. Now we've got new boundaries. There's parts of that where we want to push it out a bit and extend it, and all of these big rocks like Simba Rock can become a part of that new wall, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
And these river rocks, I think I'm going to use the veggie garden.
Is it? Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Oh, it's going to go, look. Huge rock they're both trying to pick up there. 2 diggers, 1 rock. Look, darling. They're going to lift it. Yeah, going. Yeah. Wow, that's a huge rock. Look at that.
You can see the concentration on their faces right here.
Look, compelling viewing, everybody. I love it. Look at that. Wow.
That rock hasn't moved.
Well, that rock was probably formed there, wasn't it? It was probably made there.
Oh man,
Look at it. Oh, Mario, brilliant. I think they're having fun too.
they're basically living every little boy's dream, I think.
Isn't it?
Playing with That was the most compelling digger watching I've done in a while.
It was, yeah, wasn't it?
Great.
Can you imagine Crusoe?
Oh shame, I'm sad they've missed it.
Well, we filmed it, so I've got a drone up there as well.
Oh right. So behind me now, he's just lifting up the last few pieces of courtyard stones that need to be lifted for the footprint of the house down this end. I feel really sad about disturbing any part of this courtyard because it's such a central part of the farm and of everything. You know, it was such an exciting thing to uncover when we got here, and it's just, I don't know, it's a really important part of the farm. So I'm glad that we can keep most of it, and hopefully we will hang on to those stones that are being lifted and either replace them back in when we know where the new courtyard edges are going to be, or use them for something else. So I think there's going to be quite a few of them. There's going to be quite a lot of stones that we can use for other projects coming out of there. It would be amazing if Mario was able to do something for us with that enormous one over there and put it somewhere really cool, but it's a really big stone, so I don't know that is going to be all that movable. We'll see. But I think we're getting there. They've made incredible progress today. This is a very big hole now.
Do you know what this has been like today? We've got this fence right here, you know, and it's almost like I'm sat in some kind of opera.
Yeah, it is.
And this is the stage
This
over
is the
here.
show, yeah.
Where all the action's going on, and the
wonder-
digger is the protagonist, the main protagonist.
There you go, he's breaking the stones. I wonder how many projects they do where the family sits at the fence watching them, you know, 2 little boys.
You know what I'm thinking our next project should be?
What?
We need to build some benches. We need a bench right up against this stone wall here so that we
Watch
can...
our house getting built.
We need a bench.
Hang on a minute, Mario's just coming down the hill in a smaller tipper truck with something big on the back. Let's see what it is. It almost looked like a generator, but we don't need a generator. What is that? It's not even Mario. I don't know who that is. Oh, it's the other digger driver with what does look like a generator. Interesting. I wonder what that's for. I tell you what is going to happen during this process is we are all going to learn a lot about construction stuff. Wow, look at the size of it. That is incredible. Okay, so it's pretty obvious now. That big machine is a huge compressor and it's driving that enormous drill that he's drilling huge holes in that rock. They're then driving stakes in and hammering them in with another kind of massively air-powered drill. And that's what's splitting the stone. And I think they're going to split it in a few different directions. And once it's smaller pieces, then it's obviously a lot easier to maneuver with the digger. Oh, peace. I've just snuck off the farm to take Obi for his walk and it's absolute bliss. We are so lucky to live in such a beautiful place. So I wasn't going to film this because it's just my evening walk, but I thought I would just take a few shots and share with you the magic of where I am right now as a lovely, peaceful way to end an episode that really was full of just a lot of really loud noise. Thank you so much for being with us for all of it, everyone. I promise you, please never underestimate the amount of difference that your support makes to us, our family and our channel, and how much it means to us. It really, really, really means the world. Please remember, if you've enjoyed the video, to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and even if you think you have, could you just check for me that you have actually subscribed and hit that button, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of how it's all going, and we'll see you next time for more of the build of a lifetime. Cheers, folks. See you soon. Ciao for now.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes